of Switch and a very good morning to you. I want to say that we're starting here at the Beyond stage. It is going to be the AI and robotics track. A very warm welcome if you're here already. I want to remind you that if you have your mobile phones with you, do me a favor, check it's already on the silent mode. Thank you very much for that. And to tell you as well that we're going to expect welcome and opening remarks from Executive Director from the National Robotics Program, NRP, opening the session. And of course, a big thank you, of course, to this track co-organized by A-Star Advanced Remanufacturing and Technology Center, which is A-Star ARTC, brought to you by the Robot Operating System, the Industrial Ross-I Consortium Asia Pacific, supported by the Economic Development Board, which is EDB, the National Robotics Program, NRP, and SG Innovate, SGI. I want to tell you that today we've got jam-packed so many agenda for you to explore. And if you haven't downloaded the Switch app, have you downloaded it already? It will help you navigate the space, not only here at level 1, but also at level 3. Now, 2025 is a very special year for us here at Switch because it marks our 10th edition, a great success with you. And what's really, truly amazing and we're proud of is that building on the success of 2024, last year we had over 20,000 in-person attendees from over 100 global markets, something that we're truly, truly very grateful for, thanks to you being participative in all our different activities and events. And also something for you to look out for as you're here for the next 2 days. Something that's really exciting happening tomorrow is Slingshot. In fact, it will be, of course, spotlighting tomorrow's Unicorn. If you're interested, the finals will be here tomorrow. And also, I want to tell you that this morning we are going to be focusing on AI, biomechanics, robotics, and also embodied intelligence. I hope you're here for this topic at hand. And of course, this is going to be driving the conversation today on stage with our panelists and our esteemed speakers from all over the world. Just to give you a quick overview of what to expect, masterclasses and sessions to look out for. At 10 a.m., we've got Edged AI and Robotics by AMD. At 12, which is noon, you can expect Small Smart Nations, which is the deep tech collaboration and capital attraction. At 2 p.m., masterclasses and sessions to look out for. You can look out for the Embodied AI Masterclass. So ladies and gentlemen, we're about to begin. If you're just coming in right now, plenty of good space right in front, in the middle. So please do me a favor, settle in and make yourself comfortable. And of course, we'll be starting real soon. Thank you. Good morning and welcome to the AI and Robotics track, co-organized by A-Star Advanced Remanufacturing and Technology Center, A-Star ARTC. And this is also brought to you by the Robot Operating System, the Industrial ROS-I Consortium Asia Pacific, supported by the Economic Development Board and the National Robotics Program and SG Innovate. Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin, here's a video from our partners. Take a look. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to day 2 of Switch, which is Singapore's Week of Innovation and Technology. My name is Sue, and I warmly welcome you to our new track for this morning, which is AI and Robotics. And I want to say a very special good morning if you're joining here for the first time. Who's here enjoying a first session at Beyond? Welcome. Thank you for being here. We really appreciate your presence. It makes a lot of difference to us that you are here with us at the Beyond stage. First session of the day, and of course, allow me to introduce that our track is going to be on AI, biomechanics, robotics, and embodied intelligence. How AI perceives, interprets, and interacts with the world. And on stage for this morning, you get exclusive insights on how ROS Industrial and open source ROS2 to are driving the next wave of robotic adoption. Most importantly as well, we lined up for you our stellar speakers to, of course, talk to you this morning. And the opening segment is co-organized by A-Star, ARTC, Ross I Consortium Asia Pacific, supported by EDB, NRP, and SG Innovate. For the welcome remarks, ladies and gentlemen, to start day 2 here at Search Beyond Stage, do me a favor, put your hands together to welcome on stage our Executive Director, National Robotics Program, Mr. Tung Meng. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. I see some friends over there, and they're all like asking me, gesturing to me, because they told me that they're here to see a robot show. But I am the first speaker, so I am not sure whether I should be doing a robot show. There you go. All right. Since some of you came all the way to see a robot show, I will do you a robot show, all right? Watch. Oh my! Now, first question of the day. Can anyone tell me which robot this is? It's from a very famous movie. Anyone? R2-D2? Yes, that's right. C3PO. I'm sorry, I think you need to watch more Star Wars movies. Because you only tell me it's Star Wars, you did not tell me it's C3PO. For those of you who can tell me that actually C3PO is golden in color and he also has a silver leg, then I know you're true Star Wars fans. All right, robot show is over. Please don't ask me to do a backflip. You want to do backflip? There's many places you can watch it. Oh. I also want to take, the chance to make a quote, borrow a quote from Mr. Brian Gerke. Hello. He's the chairman of the Open Source Robotics Foundation. I was listening to him talk, and he said this. He said, physical AI, or embodied AI, or embodied intelligence, depending on where you are and which term you use, is just what we used to call robotics. But there is something different. There is something different about the robotics. There is something new about the AI. So I'm very happy that Brian and the Ross community was here to educate me and help me appreciate that actually it is, after all, robotics, but with some newer AI in it. Okay, I won't spend too much talking about AI and embodied AI and embodied intelligence because you're going to get a whole bunch of that at this Beyond stage. So let me now start my sort of welcome and presentation proper. Welcome. Welcome. I see a lot of friends and familiar faces. Welcome. It's good to see you all again. I also understand that there's a lot of people from around the world who are here today. So a very big warm welcome to you to Singapore. Now, for those of you who do not know, Singapore has a National Robotics Program Office, NRP. We are a fully government-funded office. We do not buy any solutions. We do not make any solutions. We also don't have any robotics or AI R&D labs of our own. We are what you would call, or some people refer to as a ecosystem developer or connector. Our job is to bring people together, companies, universities, research institutes, together to foster collaboration and networking so that together we can make a greater impact in Singapore and the world using robotics and AI. So that's what we do. And our mission is very simple. We believe robotics and embodied AI can help with better lives by creating good jobs and also powering economy. And we are basically a platform for robotics and embodied AI here in Singapore. Yep. Okay, I have a little map there with a red dot because for some of you who follow my LinkedIn, you'll notice that I often refer to Singapore as the little red dot. And if you don't know why, you can see why over there. Singapore is a very small country. If you look at any world map, you often see that we're just a little dot over there. So we are, our nickname is actually the little red dot. I was surprised to find that in Wikipedia, actually, there's a page on the little red dot, and it refers to Singapore. So, welcome again. And I'm sure a lot of you have gone around Singapore. I've seen photos and pictures, people going to hawker centers here in Singapore, experiencing the food. And of course, I think some of you also would have gone to Gardens by the Bay, right? It's a very iconic garden here in Singapore. And Singapore is also known as the Garden City, right? So much so that it gives rise to this second question I have today. What do you think is the share of manufacturing's GDP? What's the share of manufacturing in Singapore's GDP? How many of you think it's actually 5%? Raise your hands. 10%. Okay, I see one or two hands. 15%. Okay, I see some more hands. 20%. Okay. Looks like you all really study Singapore quite well, yeah. So yes, if you come at the airport and you take a ride all the way to the city center, you'll see a lot of trees, a lot of plants. You will never imagine that Singapore actually has GDP, manufacturing share of GDP in Singapore is between 15 to 20%. When I last looked at it, I think it was around 16% last year. So actually we do have a lot of manufacturing in Singapore, and Singapore is also one of the major exporters of high-tech goods to the world. So that's something that I wanted to just share. If you have been thinking about us as a garden city, and a financial center, also now do remember that actually we also do make a lot of stuff. Yeah. Okay, I have this picture here, and since we are talking about robots and AI, I have to show you not only the plants, but also the robots. So over here you see a drone, it's tethered, it's spraying this liquid, at the super trees in the Gardens by the Bay. So this is the thing, it's an iconic garden, and it is very nice to look at, but what's nice is usually very hard to maintain. So over here, we're actually using robots, we're using drones, using technology to help make our lives better. In this particular case, it's either watering the plants or actually spraying some kind of fertilizer. Now, for some people, when you look at this, you would think actually it's quite simple, right? It's just put a nozzle and then spray something onto the trees, right? But actually, it is not easy because there's an algorithm and software inside that tries to maintain the drone in position when you're spraying. So this is one example of how NRP helps the ecosystem. We bring people together, we bring institutions, companies, industry together. This was actually an R&D project that was funded by NRP at the SUTD, a university here in Singapore. And there's now a spin-off that is called Spin-off Robotics that's trying to commercialize this and help make even more lives better, right? But as you all know, scaling a startup is not easy. So if there's any one of you out there that is interested in partnering or working with this particular startup, please let me know, let NRP know. We will be happy to make a connection for you. Okay, so earlier I said actually we make a lot of stuff. We also have a lot of robots. So this is just a just a snapshot of some of the robot solutions from Singapore. Now, many of them were exhibiting at the ROSCON over the last 2 days. I also see some of them here. So my point is, when you think about Singapore as a garden city, a financial hub center, a manufacturing location, also think of us as a place where we develop and make robots. And not just the physical robots. I am very proud and happy to say that OpenRMF, which is an interoperability solution for robots to talk to different types and brands of robots, to talk to lifts and infrastructure, to communicate so that they can operate more seamlessly, is something that was born in Singapore. This was something that the NRP collaborated with the Center for Healthcare Assistive Robotics Technology, CHART, with Open Robotics, with Hope Technique, started this project to develop interoperability solution. And now it has taken off. Companies have taken off this open source RMF and turned it into products and solutions. At the last 2 days in ROSCON, we actually also had a lot of experts, from Singapore and around the world talking about the RMF. Yeah, so I'm very, very happy that this is something that Singapore was able to contribute to the world. Yeah. So thank you. Okay, I know I'm running out of time, but I have to say this. Singapore, we love ROST. Yes, Vanessa, I see you are, and then Jeff, I see you're smiling. Yes, we love ROST. Now, that's not to say that Singapore, there are no proprietary solutions, right? I mean, there are companies in Singapore making products and solutions. Actually, a lot of these is proprietary, right? But we love ROS, and there's no reason why not to love ROS, right? Because this is the spirit in Singapore. We are about open innovation and collaboration. And ROS and the global ROS community embodies that spirit. So, we love ROS. And it has helped us a lot. It's helped Singapore a lot. It's helped our robotics industry a lot. Why? Because we basically have the global community developing robotics software. And mind you, this is actually very difficult. I'm not a roboticist, but when I talk to some of the roticists, my goodness, I think some of this stuff is really hard, right? So you have the whole community developing robotics software, modules, libraries, tools, and all that. And it's helping to accelerate development of robotics here in Singapore. We don't have to reinvent the wheel, right? We just use what is available. We have a lot of experts, the community to consult. And that helps us to basically develop robots a lot faster, get them deployed, and so that they can make an impact on the lives of people. Yeah. So we love ROS. And if you look at the chart, I mean, sometimes the statistics fluctuate, but can you see that actually Singapore is among, I think, at least the top 10, sometimes top 20, top 15, right? In terms of the ROS traffic volume. Is that right, Matthew? Okay. Now, the one thing I want to point out to you is that usually when you go on a per capita basis, Singapore is usually very highly ranked, right? Because our population is small, and we're usually number 1, number 2 in anything that's measured on a per capita basis, right? But mind you, actually this, if I'm not wrong, is on an absolute basis, right? It is not on a per capita basis. So can you imagine a tiny country like Singapore, 6 million people, and we are actually among the top locations for ROS traffic? I think we should give ourselves a hand in Singapore. Okay, I cannot leave this stage without talking about ROSCON 2025. Now, this happened over the last 2 days, and this is an annual open source developer conference that's organized solely by the Open Source Robotics Foundation. They usually rotate this conference across the 3 regions every year. So you have Asia Pacific, and then Europe and Americas, right? And then it just goes cycles through. And last year I was in Denmark, and over there we are waiting very excitedly, and OSRF announced that ROSCON 2025 would be in Singapore. And it has happened over the last 2 days, and it went very well. A lot of people saw for the first time how much buzz, energy, vibe, and passion in robotics that we have here in Singapore, how much we're using technology to help make our lives better. So I want to take the opportunity now on this stage to really thank our OSRF friends, Brian, Vanessa, I see Jeff. I wonder, is there anyone else from OSRF here? So thank you very much. Thank you for choosing Singapore to be the ROSCON 2025 location. Yeah. And they were so nice to let us use this poster, and you can see that this is a very special edition. It is the ROSCON 2025 poster with Singapore on it. And do you notice that actually there is a little robot there? His name is SG Sparky. He was the one that joined me on stage just now to welcome you. This is Singapore's national robot mascot. And NRP is working to improve SG Sparky, to give him more capabilities. So we hope one day SG Sparky will be able to join me on stage and literally interact with you all, the audience. Okay, I am out of time, so I will just briefly mention, I said we love ROS, right? We are very, very happy that ROSCON took place here in Singapore. So at ROSCON, we also announced initiatives to continue to support ROS and RMF, right? And briefly, these 3 initiatives, one has to do with standards to ensure, I think, robots continue to be able to interoperate. Talent, so we need to train and place talent in robotics in ROS. And of course, we are also going to have a network of sandboxes, right, to help people test RMF in a virtual and physical environment. And even though I'm out of time, I'm just going to have to ask them to play the video to let you all see what the RMF sandbox looks like. Yeah. So may I have the video, please?
What if your robot could do more? Open doors, take lifts, and navigate across multiple floors autonomously. For many teams, the challenge isn't in building the robot, it's making sure it works in a real facility.
Is it OpenRMF compatible?
Does it meet the right standards?
How do I ensure I remain compliant before deployment?
That's why we built Elevate at BCA Bradell campus, an open RMF sandbox, a physical, open, standards-aligned test environment for robot OEMs. At Elevate, robot OEMs and developers bring their systems into a real-world test bed, trialing how they navigate complex layouts, coordinate with lifts, or integrate across other systems. Each session is structured to evaluate hardware readiness, validate open RMF compatibility, and test against standards such as SS713, a national standard for autonomous systems in facilities. The sandbox provides a repeatable, standards-aligned environment to accelerate deployment and build confidence before going live. Elevate is more than just a test bed. It's a collaborative platform that is shaping the future of smart facilities. Whether you're a robot OEM, lift manufacturer, facility operator, or developer, Elevate at BCA Bradell campus is where interoperability begins. Visit us to book your test slot and be part of a growing ecosystem shaping the future of interoperability.
All right, I hope you loved that video. So this is first of many other sandboxes we hope to put in place here in Singapore. And I was just reminded that for those of you who do not know, BCA is a Building Construction Authority. It's actually the building authority here in Singapore. They have a beautiful campus here in Singapore, and we are actually using their campus to do this test bedding of RMF. Okay, I'm really out of time, and I see the organizers are really giving me those faces. I think I only have about 2 more slides, I would say. Okay. So I also cannot leave this stage without talking about the ROS-I Consortium and the ROS-I Consortium Asia Pacific. Because after all, this only happens because today is their annual summit. And it is a very, very special one because it's almost like I was talking with Maria, and it's like, you know, you have to have all the planets aligned because we're standing right here on the Beyond stage at Switch. Thank you very much, Enterprise SG colleagues, wherever you are. And ROSCON 2025 was here, and mind you, we never actually coordinate, you know, the dates. So ROSCON happened the last 2 days, and then today we're having the ROS-I APEC Summit, back to back with ROSCON. So can you imagine how the planets need to align for that? So I think we should also give ourselves a big round of applause that the planets align for us. So the ROS-I Consortium is very important. And it's not just Asia Pacific, but we also have the friends from the Americas and also Europe. Hey, hi, Paul. Hi, Vishnu. Thank you for coming. I know you guys come every year for the annual summit. It's kind of like maybe my second or third one, but a very special one. So yes, if you want to find out more about the ROS-I Consortium, these are the people over there you need to talk to. And they're very, very important. The Asia Pacific hub here is very important. I also like to especially call out Maria here. Maria, why don't you stand up? They are the anchor of the ROS community here in Singapore. And you look, actually, Maria, I think after this you really need to you know, eat more because she worked very hard on not only the summit, but also to head up the interagency efforts that was supporting the organization at ROSCON. So thank you very much, Maria. Yep. Okay, I guess I am really, really out of time because I think they're very, very looking at me with. So this will be my last slide, okay? As I said, Singapore is a little red dot. We're small in size, but we have no lack of ambition. We are committed to growing a vibrant robotics and body AI ecosystem. And we know we cannot do it alone. We need to partner with friends, with collaborators, not only in Singapore, but around the world. So let's build together, connect with us, and let's chat more. I hope you have a very productive event today. Thank you very much, and sorry that I took up more time than the organizers gave me. Yeah. Thank you very much.
What an opening! Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to see Meng and SG Sparky on stage next, let's hear it for our opening speaker.